the beautiful music of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I wanted to make a separate video for those who enjoy symphonies and classical music like that, movie soundtracks, basically game soundtracks. So this is a performance and an interview with the composer for Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I hope you enjoy. Check it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, the composer of the music of Kingdom Come Deliverance 1 and 2, Mr. Jan Valta. Come to the front.
I'm here with Jan Valta, the composer for the music of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. And it is a pleasure, sir. We just finished watching this amazing orchestral performance that nearly brought me to tears. I can say, without a doubt, that however the game turns out, the music is top tier, 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. It blew me away.
Believe me, the game will be absolutely the same, maybe even better.
I can't wait.
I know it.
Well, I know there's so much more tracks than the ones that you presented in the orchestra. How much music did you develop for this particular game?
Yeah, in total, there is over 10 hours of music, which is like really a lot. If you imagine it's like music for 8 or 9, maybe 10 full feature films.
Yeah.
Just for just one game. Out of it, like over 9 hours of my music, and the rest is from my colleague Adam Sporka, who composed mainly music for, like pubs and, bath and that kind of stuff, so a bit more medieval. And mine is a bit more symphonic. So what you heard is like from this style. But yeah, in overall, it's like over 10 hours of music, and what you heard today was 1/20th of it.
Wow.
5%.
I have never interviewed a composer before, but I've always been super fascinated with the creation of music. Can you tell us first how you got involved with Kingdom Come Deliverance, and then second, how does the music come to you? Do you sing a jingle in the bath, in the shower, on the toilet, or is it?
I'm a composer too, I guess so. Pretty a lot. Okay, well, how I've got involved, that was of course for KCD1, and yeah, it was a happy hit, I have to say. I've been lucky, because I've done this arrangements for a Czech metal group, or how to say it.
Oh,
it's
cool.
called Arakain.
I love metal, heavy
I did
metal.
it together with my colleague, who is now conductor at the National Theatre in ballet productions. We were doing this together, and since Daniel Vávra is a big fan of not only classical soundtracks, Williams / whatever else, but also kind of music, he also enjoyed that. And then another huge luck, just a sheer luck, was that on some family holiday, I'm with my wife and our daughter years ago. I've met a kind, wonderful young lady, and she saw me because, of course, it was a holiday, so I was there with my laptop and typing in some music, working as on every holiday. That's what holiday is for, right?
Yes.
So she saw I'm composing some music, I'm doing something, so she said, like, well, you should probably meet my boyfriend back then. And I was like, well, who is your boyfriend? She's like, well, he's doing games And I was like, yeah, I hear that all the time. Like, yeah, we'll just contact me and we will definitely have a gig for you.
Yeah.
It never happens.
Right.
But I tried to again count. Okay, tell me what kind of games did he do? And she said like, well, he was the leading designer of Mafia. Do you know Mafia? I was like,
Oh, I love Mafia.
yes, I do.
Yes.
So I started to be a bit more interested, and yeah, okay. So I sent her a piece of music called Fulcanelli. It's still somewhere available on YouTube, and it's actually like a Sinfonia Concertante for cello and orchestra.
Nice.
But of course, it's in the style of a film soundtrack.
Yeah.
So that's what I have sent through her to Daniel, and then nothing happened for additional like 3, maybe 4 years. And I nearly forgotten about this. Then me and my colleague Adam, we started to develop some demo for Warhorse. We wanted to pitch, we wanted to just offer our services, me composing, Adam doing the technical stuff mainly. And when we tried to do that, somebody from the studio said, see, there is no chance. I spoke with Daniel just today, and he said he already has someone in mind.
What?
Yeah, so I was like, oh, what a tough luck, because I've been expecting this, I've been looking forward to do this. I was like, if there is one thing I want to do, it's composing music for games. If there is one game in the universe, it's this one, it's KCD. So that was a tough luck. Okay, well, I've forgotten about that. The next day, I've got an email from Daniel Vavra, and I was like, I couldn't believe it. It stated like, hello, I am Daniel Vavra from Warhorse Studios, where we are making video games. And he sent me a link to their website, which I've been clicking like every fucking day, like for 6 months before that. I couldn't believe that. So you can actually say like we wanted to pitch our services, and I've beaten myself.
Yeah.
So that's how I've got involved.
It's a match made in heaven. Honestly, I've always, when I was in there listening to the orchestra and the performance that you were putting together, I've always heard something, and I want to see if you agree with it, that when you're trying to convey emotion, it is almost 70% sound and 30% visuals. Mm-hmm. You agree?
Well, you might say that, but it's... Actually, this is so hard, particularly if we are talking about KCD1 or KCD2. And of course, KCD2 is even bigger and better. So yeah, let's talk about that. I mean, there are so many absolutely super cool things in our game. So I would be very careful to say like which is more important, which is less important. It's very hard to say. The only thing I really want to say, because you asked about like how I'm actually composing music, how it comes to me. Well, there are in general there are two ways. The first one is like the blessed way. The other one is the boring way. So the blessed way is, as you said, you are in a bath or you are in a grocery shop, and you're just taking some eggs, and then suddenly you start whistling something, and I'm like, this is actually pretty good idea.
Whistle.
So I just take my cell phone, I whistle it in.
Yeah.
And then, this is, for instance, if you still remember KCD1, this was a theme for Taunberg. So that came to me, like, I really went to the toilet. That was...
I knew it! I knew it!
That was the first half of the theme.
Yeah.
And then I went back from the toilet, and that was the second half of the theme. We will not talk about what happened in between. Okay?
Hey, the best ideas come while you're in the shower on the toilet.
So that's the blessed way. And of course, this is great if it happens, because you as a composer are in a constant state of insecurity. I mean, like, is it good enough?
Yeah.
Am I sure about this theme? Because if you start working with some theme and it's not good enough, and you will find out only after some time.
Right.
It's a time wasted. It's a work wasted, and there's nothing you can do about it. So you want to be like really pretty sure.
Yeah.
Which is hard. So.
But it's good enough, man. I've heard it, and it's good. And I was like, you know what? I wish I had a friend who was a composer. Does anybody walk up to you and be like, hey, man, could you like maybe make me a theme song so when I walk into a room, I can make a theme?
Yeah, I get that a lot.
You do? Well, add me to the list, because your music's beautiful, and I would love a theme song. No,
it's always negotiable. Yeah, but no. So this is like the blessed way. It comes. You feel it's like coming from above, but typically it goes because you work a lot, you constantly keep your mind in motion, and then you give it a break for a while. Bath, grocery shop, toilet, whatever, and your mind still keeps spinning, even if with no gear. And, you know what I mean. So, and that's where the ideas are coming out of it, like just a side effect.
And
so
what's
this is
that
great.
boring way that you mentioned?
Yeah, the boring way is if this doesn't happen. And this is there is a good example. I always say this. You remember the Sasa Monastery from KCD1?
Yes.
Well, I went there to Sasa Monastery. I was there with my daughter and some friends from studio. We had a tour there, like a short trip. And I expected that I'm gonna be sitting or staying there in the middle of this, garden within the church, within the monastery, and that something will happen from above.
Right.
And it's gonna be the blessed way
And
again.
nothing happened.
Nothing. They had a very good ice cream in a shop next to the place. So yeah, if this happens, you just sit down and you put in one tone, one note, and then you put another one. It's like, this is okay. Those two ask for the third one, then it's a lot of rewriting, retyping. You just kick it until it doesn't bother you anymore, and in that moment you are ready.
Yeah.
So it's see, this is I think the difference between people. They would love to do some music, and they sometimes have some ideas. If you're a professional composer and working for commercial stuff, we think that partially at least, even the video games are now art, but still it's something, it needs to be delivered. There are deadlines, there are people waiting for
Gotta
a job.
get it done.
And it's very hard. So you do have to deliver. You have to deliver. So, okay, even if you
It's under a lot of pressure.
yeah, well, even if you have absolutely no, what's the word? Not motivation. That's the word.
Inspiration?
Inspiration. Yeah, thank you. Even if you have no inspiration, you still have to come up with a way how to deliver.
Just grind it out. Put one foot in front of the other. That's sometimes turn on the camera.
Yes.
Sometimes I'll just have to be
Yes.
like, I don't have the idea, but if I just turn on the camera and start talking,
Yeah.
it'll eventually come, and then you can edit it later.
So, yeah.
Well,
It's pretty
okay.
much the same.
Well, tell us, in closing here, what, if you have one, what would you say is your most favorite piece that you've composed for the sequel?
This is hard.
Yes,
because, see,
'cause
I've been working on this for over 4 years.
Wow,
and
4 years. Wow.
If you do this for so long time, there are themes I've sort of like invented or came up with for the sequel, also some of the old themes are coming back, like old friends. Like really, it's really like old friends. I mean, like you see them again after years. Like, I haven't seen you for a while. How have you been doing? Yeah. So let's try something new.
Yeah.
You don't like it? No, don't worry. You will get used to it. And you just
you riffed on that. That's cool.
So that's
cool.
like a real
well, give me like maybe top 5, one of the ones that's in your top 5, or a part of a song that just speaks to you. That just
well, what you heard today. I'm not sure if you have some recording of it, or you can just tell what was this about. But there are like 2-3 scenes. They are actually pretty much about death, about serious things, about danger, about somebody, you know, you might lose someone, as Henry, someone you really care about. And that's one, so that's the Ricordare we played. I was in the first half of the concert, and in the second half, close to the end, was the Agnus Dei. Maybe that one is like, that's a strong one. I'm so sorry again, I cannot tell you more about what the scene is about, when you're gonna see it.
Yes, we obviously don't spoil it.
You're gonna love it. We can't. But it's like, of course, if it comes with the scene, it's far more stronger.
Of course. So while emotion is 70%, you do need those visuals there to give it that context, to give it the gravitas.
Well, the thing is, there are 2 things I've been blessed with, you know, as a composer for KCD2 and KCD1. First is that Daniel Vavra, our leader, he likes the style of music I like, which is actually like, say, 70s, 80s Hollywood soundtrack, John Williams style.
Okay. Oh, I love it.
So do I.
That's why I think I connected with your music back there. There were so many different things that spoke to me. It was amazing.
Yeah, well, because, you know, this is like, it starts to be more and more rare in the industry, I would say, both in film and gaming. Yeah, that style. Because everybody is now more about like the sound design things, you know, and music is like very often just playing in somewhere in the background, so it's not totally, you know, empty. But you are not that much often allowed to come up with a strong melody, strong theme. You are actually not sometimes allowed to make a music which would really come up with a strong emotion, which would empower the emotion. This is what Spielberg says, like music always elevates something.
Right.
Which is something I love. You know, sometimes now you are even asked to minimize, neutralize the emotions, which I would say is maybe a pity.
Maybe that's because the works aren't as strong as the music, and so it seems like the music is outpacing the visuals. But here, they work in tandem. And I played the game, so I know they work in tandem.
Yeah, well, I'm actually interested in what you said about the game, and I know there is an embargo, so I will have to ask you after we stop the shooting. Yeah. But yeah, so that was like one blessing, you know, to have a leader who is, you know, full-heartedly in love in this style of music, same as I am. That's a great thing. And the other thing is, well, there is this game, there is this story, there are all those characters, and not just the main ones, but we have also so many side characters. They are so interesting, each of them, you know, and I love them all. So it's like, if you have this material, if you have this like a source for your inspiration, your music, your whatever you're about to do with it, that's another blessing. It's like
that passion.
Of course, it was hard. Of course, it was a lot of work. I wouldn't say it was easy, but I always knew what to do, and it was thanks to the work of the rest of the 259 other people working on the game, you know, and with me. So
awesome. Thank you so much for giving us an insight into what it's like to compose and be a composer. This is amazing music, guys. I cannot wait for it to hit your ears. It is a big treat. And of course, the game is really awesome too. So you guys can play that, I think, in February. They said something early February. So, well, hopefully I didn't let that slip. No, it's public knowledge right now. So it's early February. And thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you on the next Angry Joe Show. Bye, guys.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Thanks a lot.
Mr. Jan Valta, everyone, make some noise! This was a little taste, well, a little big taste of the music of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. The game is great, hopefully you saw that today, and I strongly believe that the magnificent magical tunes of Jan Valta lift this game to a whole other level, and the game wouldn't be where it is without the music of Jan. It was great in the first game, it will be bigger and better in the second game. And now guys, I feel quite hungry, and I guess most of you as well. So we will now go back to where everything started, almost back to the place where we played, almost, and get a proper medieval feast. One information though, before we go there, for those who are still missing interviews and want to do something, please find Daniel Emery, who is hiding somewhere. There he is. Find this dude. If you're missing interviews, please tell him. He will schedule and make it all